I've been doing a lot of experimentations with bases, which in my case means tweaking the properties I have on my single template. We'll get there. Before that, I'd like to talk about the new properties I add. For example, there is expiration and number for documents, personal documents. I have here letters. This is related to my card fuel consumption. I already had values, so they can work together on some basis. I added card for the card view to add images here. This one was already here before basis. I was already preparing myself, getting ready for it. Languages just to add PT for a note in Portuguese and EN for a note in English to be, so that will help me filter the notes in each language. Now, and I changed date to be date and time to shrink the list a little bit. But if we click here, as you can see, this is taking almost all the page, and I'm using a large display here. Imagine that on my MacBook Air. And this is the main reason I was trying to avoid having everything in a single template. But at the same time, I think this is the easiest way to do it, because if I have everything that I might need, it's easy to remember to fill the blanks when I'm doing something. But before getting to this, I tried having multiple templates, one for the documents, for example, another one for my car fuel consumption. So I tried that, but it was so messy. I could never remember which was the template, so that's why I went back to this situation here where I have this giant list of properties. So what I started doing was something like this. I would create a node and do something like this, because as you remember, I have the auto template trigger here, and now with a single template, every time I create a node, this is the one that will be added to the node. And then I would come here and do this and get back to this blank canvas without properties in my way. But of course, there is a plugin that can help me do just that. So if we go to the community plugins and look for fold, start typing here. Here it is, fold properties by default. The only thing this plugin does is what it says. It's going to fold the properties by default. So if I install it and enable it, and now if I open any node here, for example, let's go to trips and go to that node, the properties will be folded by default. And then I would have to click here and to check the properties or fill the properties. So I also added a keyboard shortcut, a hotkey, to help me with that. And the hotkey here, if we go to properties, there is this option here, toggle fold properties in current node, current file. And I added here option command M. It cannot be option command P, because P is already being used for the micro publish plugin, which helps me publish notes to my blog, Obsidian notes to my blog. And I'm trying to always use option command because it's easier to type and it's easier to remember. So that's how I'm doing it. So now when I'm here, I open that node, it opens with the properties folded. I can type option command M and see the properties if I need to, and then option command M and hide the properties again. And yes, to answer some of you who are asking me, I'll be publishing videos about bases very soon. I am still trying some ideas, and I don't want to talk about experiments, but I'm getting there. This property things is something that I needed to get ready and working for everything that I'm doing on basis, and I'm pretty happy with this folding situation now, because I can keep adding items to the properties and it will always be folded like this, and with my entire node available, the space for the node available if I need to. That's it for this one. If it was helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you soon.